On June 1st, Microsoft jacked up the price of GitHub Copilot for 4.7 million developers. The very next day, June 2nd, they walked on stage at their biggest conference of the year and announced the thing that just so happens to make that price hike feel survivable. 24 hours apart, and if you think that's a coincidence, I've got a bridge in London to sell you. Let me explain what just happened, because it's one of the slickest moves I've seen big tech pull in a long time. So here's the setup. For years, GitHub Copilot ran on a beautifully simple promise. Pay $10 a month, get an AI coding assistant, done. Flat fee, predictable. The kind of thing you could put on the company card and never think about again. That promise died on June 1st. Copilot switched to what they're calling AI credits, token-based billing. Translation: you now pay for exactly how much the AI actually chews through. Every prompt, every response, every bit of context it loads in the background. 1 credit equals 1 cent, and your monthly allowance is gone the second you burn through it. Now, Microsoft's official line is that prices aren't changing. Pro is still $10. Business, still $19. And technically, that's true. But here's the part they're hoping you don't read closely. Those numbers used to describe what you get. Now they describe a down payment. Once your credits run dry, you're paying per token at full rates. And power users running agentic sessions are reporting bills that are 10 to 50 times higher than before. 10 to 50 times. Let that land. And my honest reaction? This is the moment the magic trick ended. For years, developers were sold a gym membership. Turns out they were quietly being handed a metered electricity bill the whole time. Microsoft was just eating the difference. Now they're not. Here's where it gets spicy. Microsoft is framing this as product maturation. Copilot grew up, it's an agentic platform now, blah blah blah. Very calm, very corporate. Except internal documents tell a different story. Journalist Ed Zitron got hold of Microsoft's own numbers back in April, and they showed the week-over-week cost of running Copilot had nearly doubled since January. So this wasn't some thoughtful, long-planned strategy shift. This was a company bleeding money on every coding session and scrambling to stop the bleeding. One developer on Reddit summed up the whole era in a single line. Holy, how much money was Copilot losing? Great question. And the answer is, so much that they had to break the one thing developers actually loved about it. Oh, and there's a hidden charge most people missed. When Copilot reviews a pull request now, it doesn't just eat your AI credits. It also eats your GitHub Actions minutes, the compute budget your whole team shares. So teams running automated code reviews are getting hit on 2 meters at once, and they killed the safety net. The old fallback model, the free one that kicked in when you ran out, gone. Annual plans, being retired. When yours expires, you get dumped onto the free tier unless you resubscribe monthly. Every escape hatch quietly welded shut. This is a company that looked at its most loyal users and decided the friction was worth it. So now we arrive at June 2nd, Microsoft build, Satya Nadella walks on stage in San Francisco. And what's the headline announcement? A brand new homegrown coding model called Project Polaris, built to replace the third-party models running inside GitHub Copilot. Read that again. They raised the price on Monday. They announced their own in-house model on Tuesday, the one that conveniently won't burn through your credits the way the expensive outside models do. But here's the kicker that makes it even cheekier. Polaris doesn't actually arrive until August, so you pay more right now, and the fix lands 2 months later. Pay first, cure later. Beautiful. Here's my take, and I'll say it plainly. This isn't 2 stories, it's 1. Microsoft spent 2 years subsidizing the entire world's coding habit on someone else's models, watched the bill explode, and is now using that pain to herd everyone onto its own silicon and its own models, where it controls the margins end to end. Nadella stood on that stage and told 5,000 developers that agents are the new operating system for work. Translation? The operating system they own. Vertical integration, dressed up as a billing update. It's not evil, it's just ruthless. And honestly, it's the clearest signal yet that the era of cheap, all-you-can-eat AI is over. The free buffet is closing. From here on, you pay for what you eat. So watch this space, because if Microsoft can pull off raise the price, then sell the cure without losing its users, every other AI company is taking notes right now. This is AI Unfiltered. I watch the news so you don't have to. If this was useful, please like, subscribe, and I'll keep cutting through the noise for you 3 times a week. And remember, keep the faith.